Alright, first off, I'd like to say all praises to Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways, pushing this word now, sincerity and truth. Right? This is shalom to the sisters, the believers, the helps. This is Brother Ira from the GMS Jamaica camp. And basically one going to a lesson, I think my title is one, we're indebted to Yahawashi, right? And so I'll go to a small article and show that if the words slave and debt is are synonymous, right? In the Hebrew they are very synonymous, and in real life they are also synonymous. They go together, right? So as we being debtors to Yahawashi or Yahawashi, then we need for the work, or well basically get booted off, or basically get destroyed, right? When a servant now the way it is, you punish him, or you sell him, or you just get rid of him because of him not fruitful, right? So with that, one gonna, as I say, an article. It's long. The article kind of lengthy, so we might quote scriptures mostly, but as we say, we have some information here, so I'll go straight into it. Now this is from insidetv.blogspot.com, right? And the name of the article is "How People Become Slaves," right? So yeah, we just gonna now. This is about the fourth paragraph. It says, in many Asian cultures, persons, often including their family, convicted of serious crimes could be sold into slavery. Now we commit a serious crime, you know. We sin against Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, right? We get put under the curses, and we basically get punished for that crime, right? But we sin so much where we can't pay the debt, right? It says the proceeds from this sale were often used to compensate the victims. So right now, understanding that we sin, and coming to the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahawashi, how the well compensate the victim, which is Yahweh Shem Yahawashi, which really and truly are a victim, because there's nothing we can do for Yahweh Shem Yahawashi, or do anything to add to him. But just in context of this article, right, the victim would be Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, because we sin against him. So when we out here serve him, we are preach, right, we are declaring names, because we did deny them name there, we did cast away them names there, and also they were those names are also taken from us, right? So we are work to the building at the house of Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, right, tilling the field, right, as the body serving the head, right? The many different analogies described in the scriptures, right? It says the code of Hammurabi, 1800 BCE, prescribes this for failure to maintain a water dam to compensate victims of a flood, right? So somebody do something, they have to work in order if you set things right. You basically, you have to pay the cost, right? You sow your seed, you have to get the benefit of what you do, right? Now it says the convicted criminal might be sold into slavery if he lacked the property or compensation to the victim. Exactly. We've seen so much where if we do $1,000,001 sacrifice, we still couldn't pay back the debt to Hashem Yahawashi, right? It says other laws and other crimes might enslave the criminal regardless of his property. So laws call for a criminal and all his property to be handed over to his victims. That's why we lose everything. We lose the land, right? Ultimately we lose the power, we lose the land, we lose the family, we lose everything, because the curses come upon where Yahweh Hashem Yahweh basically are the Lord Yahweh punish you our power. But as we say, we never have the money if you pay the debt, right? It says also, persons have been sold into slavery so that the money could be used to pay off their debts. Exactly. But as we say, we can't pay the debt. It says this could range from a judge, king, or emperor ordering a debtor sold his family to the poor selling off their own children to prevent starvation, right? in times of dire need, such as famine, people have offered themselves into slavery, not for a purchase price, but merely so that their new masters would feed and take care of them. So even back then, people they owe and them basically put themselves in a debt, just like in the book of Nehemiah, right? When them go back into the land, you have basically the princes and the nobles of the people. When like all the time they hard since them just go back into the land, and Nehemiah never they take nothing from the king. In basically they say, we are doing what we have. The rich are the nobles, our people, they take they basically take advantage of the poor, and then basically they lend them with the usury and all of that, and basically they say, look here, we come like we fellows, we're in a captivity, because now we have to sell with land, with cattle, with children in a slavery, because we can't pay the debt. Right, and so we our lands, we ourselves, right? Roughly paraphrase. I just don't want to make this too long, so I don't really want to jump all over the place. Right? It says in most institutions of slavery throughout the world, the children of slaves become the property of the master. Local laws varied as whether the status of the mother, that can skip. It says in many cultures, slaves could earn their freedom through hard work and buy their own freedom. This was not possible in all cultures. Now that's the thing, right? In order to have a place with Yahawashi, basically Yahawashi spilling blood for 100 for a third of Israel, right? Starting with the 144,000 and the rest, men, women, and children, right? So in blood only covered that. Now, in order for you be a part of that, you have to put in some work. You have to put in the work. Well, ultimately, you have to be predestined, but on a smaller level, you have to put in a work so you can be a part of that number, a part of as a man of the Lord, we teach word, part of the 144,000. And for those the believers, the listeners, the helps, so you can be a part of the third year where I receive the salvation. You have to put in the work some way, shape, or form, right? So the scripture tell about the different offices, and you know about one of the head or one of the eye can be the ear, and so on and so forth. So you have because you're indebted to Yahawashi, because him pay for that debt, right? From him putting life on the line, and him buy up all of that debt. So ultimately him buy you, right? You say, all right, them are slaves, come, I buy them, and then after them work for me, I set them free, right? Um, Basically in natural terms, because we'll always be a servant unto Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, because that's what we were made to do, to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi. But if you make it out of this society, for that debt we paid for we get salvation, right? The price of salvation we could pay it. So I'm paid for it, so we have to work to obtain that, right? As they say, oh, no man shall buy you, right? So the only way we get free from this society, free from the curses, right? Yahawashi come and pay the price. Right now, this is Ephesians 1, starting a verse. I jump around. This is Ephesians 1 verse 3. It says, "Blessed be Yahweh, the power of our Father, the power and Father of our Lord Yahawashi, Hamashiach, who had blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Hamashiach." Right? Verse 5, having predestined us unto the adoptions lakia of children by Yahawashi to himself, according to the pleasure of his good pleasure of his will. Right? So we get predestined, right? Verse 7, in whom we have redemption through his blood. Exactly. And we'll look up the word redemption here. Redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins according to the riches of his grace. Say all upon, as we say, it based upon grace and ultimately the mercy and grace of Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, right? But we get bought back or redeemed through his blood, right? Look up the Strongs for the word redemption. I know brothers go through this lesson a lot of time, but let's touch on it from this aspect, right? So we're bought back with the blood of Yahawashi. Make it play. It says a releasing effected by payment of ransom, redemption, deliverance, liberation produced by payment of a ransom. Now, And the same article, I never did plan to read a part, but in the top it says, historically, most slaves' ancestors were initially captured in wars or kidnapped in isolated raids, but some were sold into slavery by their parents as a mean of surviving extreme conditions. Right? It says ancient warfare often resulted in slavery or prisoners and their families who were either killed, ransomed, or sold as slaves. So that also a part of a slavery. Him pay the ransom for you. In blood at the price to the ransom of us being brought back onto Yahawashi through him. Right? So we get the whole essence of that. Now this is 1 Corinthians 6 verse 20. It says, for you are bought with a price, therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. Exactly. Which all that happened through what? The spilling of Yahawashi's blood, will get brought back onto the Most High. So once you get this knowledge, right? You're not your own, and you just have your main focus supposed to be the work of Yahawashi, right? Verse 1 Corinthians 7 verse 23, you are bought with a price, be not ye servants of men. And how you be servants of Yahawashi? Teaching this word, praying unto Yahawashi, keeping the laws, judgments, and statutes to the best of your ability, having faith in Yahawashi and praying unto salvation, doing rehearsing the righteous acts, right? Doing all we can do to the edifying of the body, right? So what with a price? Now you know that you have slave markets, right? And look up the word price. It says a valuing by which the price is fixed, right? A price paid or received for a person or a thing bought or sold, right? Honor which belongs or is shown to one, right? So difference, reverence, right? And when you look up the word bought, you're gonna say marketplace, right? So basically, we out there in the marketplace also is like even the Ella Kabari bring it out one time say yes we are prostitutes because we're out there in the open, right? Because the word prostitute basically means to stand out. So we've been out there, beg the Lord for buy we, right? In order beg the Lord for redeem. It's we begging for mercy and begging for redemption, right? By doing these works, right? Once you get this, and it starts with you getting the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of these scriptures. It says to be in a marketplace to attend it, to do business there, to buy or sell, right? So right there we have a lot covering, right? Let's check this. All right. So on to the Old Testament now. We're gonna show you some relations to some words. Right now, the scripture said that the borrower is a servant to the lender. Now, this is Habakkuk 2 verse 6. It says, shall not these take up a parable against him, and a thought in proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? Unto him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Now, we know that this prophecy is talking about America, and thick clay, basically, we're going at it because them in all that of debt and how them rob and pillage. Now, as it pertains to this lesson now, throughout the word debt and slave is related. Now, the word there is ibatyam, right? No, ibatyat, Salakia, ibatyat, right? And it says weight or pledges heavy debt, right? Now we are in heavy debt because we break the laws, right? We're not debt because we go against the law. It says look up the word I but basically means to take a pledge, give a pledge for a debt, right? So because we're in a debt, we're in a slavery now under Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? So if you not get redeemed from under the curses, right, which is put in place by Yahweh and having the so-called white man over us, but ultimately it's from the Lord Yahweh, right? From under the curses to be redeemed from his curses and salvation, we in debt, right? But we can't pay the price. Now, see that word is debt. Now, when I look up the word, this is Exodus 5 Exodus 5 verse 18. It says, go therefore now and work, for there shall no straw be given you, yet shall ye deliver the tale of bricks. Now look up this word work, right? And it's the Hebrew word ibad, right? Which means to serve, to labor, work, do work, right? To work for another, serve another by labor, to serve as subjects. One of the definitions to serve God, right? To work, be tilled, right, of land, to work the land, to make oneself a servant, to be worked, to compel to labor or work, cause to labor, cause to serve, to cause to serve as subjects, right? To be led or enticed to serve. Exactly. All that apply unto us, the men of the Lord, yo, to serve Yahawashi and Yahawashi for what? Our salvation. Because but it's all through what? The blood of Yahawashi. That is why we are indebted to Yahawashi, right? Now, when I go down, is he will tell us that he use not only work it's used is used for the word serve also, and the word so which is still work, but in other places in the Old Testament you see it as the word serve. Now, this is the word. This is Exodus 4 verse 10. It says, Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not an eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and slow of and of a slow tongue. Look up the word servant, right? Word servant in the Hebrew is ibad, right? Slave, servant, manservant, subjects, servants, worshippers of God, servant in special essence as prophets, Levites, servant of Israel, servant of as form of address between equals, right? Just all them word I bought, right? I bought yet, all them word have to do with debt and slaves. So because we're indebted to Yahawashi, then we are his servants, we are his slaves, we are his laborers. So ultimately we are here to do his bidding and basically to push this word and peradventure we obtain salvation, yo, if the Lord mercy dwell upon us and hope this was edified. So once more, once say all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the brethren, highways and byways, pushing this word in all sincerity and truth, the sisters, the believers, the helps. Shalom.